For the last couple of days, we've been talking a lot about the Gifford fire, and today we got some cool video of the smoke plume associated with it from the top of our KSBY News studios. Now check out this time lapse. You can see kind of it's slowing down, kind of seeing that, and then these massive plumes of smoke making their way up into the air, all tied in with a lot of gusty winds across the region. This wasn't the only smoke plume we saw earlier today, as you see it kind of overcap that. Also secondary ones down to the south, tertiary ones even farther down there. Definitely a wild day if you've been watching the skies. But the good news is, even though these look like they're really close to the San Luis Obispo area, they're actually going so far up in the atmosphere, they look closer, up to 8,000 feet in the air with these smoke plumes. So definitely a shocking one out there. If we're looking outside right now, we're kind of in the middle of a calmer moment in those smoke plumes. You can see it's kind of overshooting Anvil. It's kind of where you see the cloud tops really slowing that down. Significant smoke still in the air, but you can also see a secondary portion of the story, and that is that it's pushing a lot of the smoke farther into those interiors, pushing it farther east instead of what we've seen day after day, where it's pulling it into our coastal valley communities. So that's at least some good news. That smoke is really emanating farther up towards the northeast from the Gifford fire, now burning over 100,000 acres at this point. So definitely a dramatic couple of days here on the Central Coast. Yesterday, that was actually being joined by a secondary fire, and that's all the way down in Ventura County, down by Lake Piru. That's over 5,000 acres at this point. So lots going on with those fires, and like we've been talking about, it's a perfect combination for fire weather. We're talking about significant heat, we're talking about very low humidities and gusty winds. So what's going on with each of those three issues right now? 87 degrees outside right now at the Gifford fire, so still quite warm. 90 up in Paso Robles, 70s for many of our coastal valleys. We got up into the 80s in San Luis Obispo today, 90 in San Ynez, 72 in Santa Barbara, triple-digit heat in the Coyama Valley. So it's hot. It's also very dry. Here's some relative humidities, only 16% out there at the fire. That's incredibly dry air, not helping those firefighters out at all. Thankfully, later on tonight, that cooler, dense marine air will come into those interiors and cause a little bit of some help for those firefighters. So good news there. And then winds are also still an active issue. So wind gusts right now about 20 miles an hour. Later on tonight, though, they will calm down. Very good news there. Calming down those winds by about 8 p.m., just about 9 miles an hour. A small area of sundowner winds are for our south coast. Won't be too much of an issue. Unlike the last couple nights, we're not looking at too many wind gusts in the overnight hours, so that's better news for those firefighters. And staying a little bit calmer into tomorrow as well, as a big high pressure system that's kind of dominated our pattern stays a little bit farther away before another one reaches us. By tomorrow afternoon, though, those winds will be right back in the area, 20 to 25 miles an hour, with gusts right around the fire up to 35 miles an hour. That means erratic fire weather behavior is expected. You're a little bit closer to those coasts, you're looking to go to the concerts in the plaza tonight. It's going to be a beautiful evening, getting into the mid-60s, cooling down as we head through the main act later on tonight. It's going to be pretty comfortable tonight. Warm tomorrow, but not too bad. 97 in Paso Robles, 82 in San Luis Obispo, 74 for Santa Maria, 73 in Lompoc, and 76 degrees in Santa Barbara for today. Here's that 7-day forecast. Triple-digit heat back Sunday and Monday in Paso Robles, staying quite hot in those interiors all the way through the extended forecast. A midweek cool down expected next week as well, staying in the 80s in San Luis Obispo, 70s for Santa Maria and Santa Barbara. We've got more from KSBY News right after the break.